Hey, you crazy cats! Welcome to Leaving Crazy Town, where we navigate the roller coaster of relationships, mental health, and personal transformation with humor as our trusty seatbelt.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and with my buddy Finn, we're here to share our real stories, expert insights, practical tips to help you break free from codependency, reclaim your life, and find freedom.
So whether you're wrestling with boundary issues, craving connections that won't ghost you, or just here for a front row seat to the wild ride of self-discovery, you've come to the right place.
So buckle up, we're leaving Crazy Town.
Welcome to Leaving Crazy Town with Finn and Sarah. Today, this video, we want to talk about how many times Sarah and I thought we were dying from a potential ailment this week. Do you go through that? Because I don't know. I had a little headache yesterday and I thought it was an aneurysm. Just saying. Pretty convinced I'm having a heart attack recently too. Now, I know it sounds crazy, but does anyone else have the runaway medical issue thing? I don't take it down. Like, I'm not rushing off to the doctor, but Sarah and I often laugh. We're like, I got a pain in my leg. I must be having a clot, blood clot. Anyway, so just curious. Sarah, how about you? Any this week?
I am not kidding when I say this to you right now. Yesterday, I was with my boyfriend, and in the morning, I literally had a fantasy of someone speaking.
All right, so this morning when I woke up, I'm going on a camping trip, a hiking trip in the woods. I thought, I need to update my will. Like, I have a perfectly fine will, but I have been convinced lately, as of late, that this is the big Widowmaker's coming.
What is that? Now that we're talking about, why does it happen certain times and not others? Like, why? I did go to a funeral recently, and I remember thinking, maybe sometimes when you go to a funeral, you think, is anybody this?
Okay, this is how the crazy mind works, because I'm like, is she going to have me speak at her funeral? I feel like I should be able to because we're such good friends. It's probably someone else, but,
Oh my God, we were just talking.
I thought Dottie was dead, this woman that lives with me. 2 times now, the bathroom light was on, the door was closed. I'm like, she died in the bathroom. Then this morning, she slept in, and I was like, I don't hear her. She didn't make coffee. I didn't even go down there. I'm like, the dog will eat her. Done.
All right, what we're trying to say is the freedom in recovery from anything, we'll say codependency, is realizing, and this is literally the most important thing in recovery. Thoughts are just thoughts.
They're entertainment, actually.
Feelings are just feelings. Seriously.
Thoughts are so entertaining, though. If you can get a light relationship with what goes on in your mind, I have so much fun. I literally don't need to be around other people at all during the day because the things that run through this guy's mind keep me seriously entertained. I die at least 8 times a day. I'm like, oh, what's that lump? Oh,
the
God.
Illnesses are a trip. I mean, it's a long story. I've had this fatigue this summer, and I am telling you, the amount of diseases I have had in my head is so endless.
It's always late stage, too. It's never... And we're not laughing. I mean, I'm sure there's people out with medical issues.
I know.
This is really about the theory of how the mind works.
Yeah, and we call it making up stories.
And you want to talk about my codependency mind? At one point, my wife said to me, we're going to be broke if you keep bringing the dog to the vet because you think by looking at her, there's something wrong. Even though she's not, I get her to the vet. And the vet's like, oh, okay, is she not eating? No, she's eating. Is she having a problem with the bathroom or is she going too much? No, she's fine. Is she going in the house? No, everything's fine. She just looks sick. And they're like, what do you mean? And I go, I don't know, mopey, kind of, she's upset about something. I literally have been to the vet 5 times like that, to the point where my wife was like, we're going to be broke.
Okay,
Until this dog is vomiting, we are not going back to the vet.
I have to tell a parenting story. I'm going to tell a parenting story.
Are you saying that wasn't a parenting
no,
story?
That is.
I feel like that was.
That's a parenting story. But the making up things, all of you who are parents know that we can make up stuff. All right. So when Bo, my son, was a baby, I think I've told you the story. He was a baby, and his dad and I decided to go have a picnic. And we had the blanket, we had some food, and I put Bo down, and I look at him, and he has
Did it look like there's something wrong?
No, he had a black spot on his head.
Oh, boy.
He had a black spot on his head, right here. And I go, Sean, what is on his head? And he goes, oh my God, I don't know. So I'm thinking ticks, right? I'm thinking, maybe he's got some disease now. Maybe he's, I don't know.
Not just like a leaf.
Poison. So it's a Sunday. I paged the pediatric person, right? I paged the doctor. And I said, something is happening to Bo.
He's got the black spot.
He's got
measles
a spot,
disease.
yes. God bless us. She was one of my close friends' wife, so I abuse the privilege, let's face it, okay? She meets us at the doctor's office on a Sunday.
Did you have your picnic or did you pack it up?
We packed it up immediately.
It was
We
imminent.
go into the office. I put Bo down, and she looks up, and she goes and she gets a washcloth.
Wipes the dirt off his face.
Is that? And she just goes like this. And I am telling you,
It didn't occur to you to try to wipe it off?
I don't know what happened. It was mob insanity. It's like, he was only probably 4 months old. You get nuts, lack of sleep, illnesses. So we're talking about making up illnesses, not only yourself,
What about others?
but apparently others. So what we want to say is create a loose relationship with your thinking, because human beings, it's not just codependents, not just addicts. We make shit up. In fact, a friend of mine used to say, that's what I do all day long. I make shit up all day long. But this is the problem. We respond to that stuff like it's real. And that's where we get into all kinds of trouble, especially with Coco. So this used to happen. My son wouldn't call me or something for a few days, which is totally normal. He's living his life. But suddenly the thought would occur, something's wrong. He must.
Well, I could see why, though.
Fill in
Remember he
the
climbed Mount Washington in the middle of the night by himself one day because he decided it was a good idea? No wonder why you're worried.
Okay, there's that. There is that.
No, but I understand.
But then you call because of your own activation. It's like everything.
So my mother dropped dead,
Right.
and the next year my sister was pregnant. And on July 3rd, she was having some test.
Okay.
And the baby was fine, but she had been having a difficult pregnancy.
Okay.
And her previous son that she had, there was some complications during the birth.
Okay.
So I was very worried. And of course, a little attached to people, my mother had died,
Right.
dropped dead like that. There was
Right.
no warning.
Right.
It was the most insane thing. And I called, they have a big cookout 4th of July at her husband's parents. And I called my sister and she didn't answer. And I knew she had the test it was July 3rd, I think, because she had a test in the morning. She didn't answer. I call her husband. He doesn't answer.
Oh, boy.
I call his parents. The mother didn't answer. I called the father. I start screaming into the phone, what's wrong with my sister? They're like, what do you mean? And I got activated and I was so insane. And my sister called me back. I was crying because I got so concerned about something happening. I know a similar thing happened to my sister when she was pregnant with her first child. We were driving to my cousin's funeral. Oh, no, she just had her first baby.
Okay.
And we were driving to my cousin's funeral. And we called her husband, and he didn't answer or something. Because her partner in the police force left her a message saying there's something wrong with the baby. She thought it was her husband's voice.
Oh.
But it was her partner, and there was something wrong with his baby.
Oh.
He hadn't had the baby yet. He was calling my sister because he was upset. My sister heard her husband's voice. She knew that the baby was at his parents'.
Oh, God.
He was at a training thing for work and couldn't be reached out on the gun, like the training place or something.
Right.
And he couldn't be reached. So my sister was panicking. We're driving down this highway coming back from my cousin's funeral. She's panicking and dialing numbers and not giving people a chance to answer and hanging up and freaking out. Called the police station, had the police send a cruiser to her husband out on the thing or whatever. And I quietly over here call, and my sister basically ran us off the road jumping out of the car. I call her in-laws and I'm like, is the baby okay? And they're like, what are you talking about? He's sleeping.
Right.
But it just
Right.
got so insane so fast. I think that's more logical. Maybe not hearing the right voice. You just had a baby than the shit I go through. But I have had people just drop dead. So
Yeah, so you might have had some situations where you've had some traumas. This is the thing. Create a relationship with your thinking. Have some spaciousness with your thinking. Know that, I mean, I know statistically they say 99% of the thoughts you have today you had yesterday. So a lot of it is automatic thinking. But work on not reacting to those crazy thoughts. We always talk about reality checking. Like if you're having some thought, you know, like I'll have a thought, Finn's not speaking to me. Like I'll just make some thought up, like he's mad at me. I'll call and say, hey.
it's clarity, getting clarity.
Yeah, getting clarity is scary. Yeah. And if you believe you have a brain tumor or you believe you have some, you know, and there's no symptoms, most likely you don't. So just watch this whole idea of making up stories because we can literally make ourselves insane when nothing is happening.
Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
Sarah left me a message the other day thinking she's dying. I call her and she goes, oh, I'm so glad I have a friend who calls to tell me I'm not dying. And I said, I didn't call to tell you that. You probably are dying. That's the kind of friend you need because they're going to help you see that we're all just crazy. And it's fun. Come on. Let's be honest. Do you like it when I say that? No, you're definitely dying.
No,
because we all are definitely dying.
No, that really helped me. It really just helped me. You know what the thing is?
Because you got to remember, like, right? It gives
and
us
get perspective.
Perspective. Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke.
Perspective is key.
Yeah, it's perspective. And honestly, if you do develop a relationship with your thoughts, I hope it's as fun as mine.
Absolutely.
And if you're lucky and you're really sharp like I am, I was on a silent retreat and I'm like, oh, nice thought. Like I couldn't talk. I couldn't even tell somebody the thoughts I was having, and everybody in my life was dying during the silent retreat. And I'd be like, oh, that's okay. What else you got? And then they'd be dying a horrible death. And then there would be like, the world was blowing up. My mind, that's why I call it the Tower of Terror, just kept upping the ante, trying to hook me. Yeah. And I just kept laughing at it until it went quiet.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, just have fun with it.
Have fun with it. Just create a relationship with it. And don't necessarily believe everything.
And if you have to call people and rush to the ER, love yourself through that too. Because I did go through many years of my own insanity. Being activated and calling and screaming. Like, you know, I'd scream at Sarah for not talking to me, even though she'd be like, what are you talking about? I was over here doing this, whatever.
All right. Watch yourself making up stories, unless they're really fun ones. But really, don't torture yourself. I think that's the thing we're trying to say too.
Stop it in the tracks.
Just notice.
And remember, it's not real. It's just a
notice.
Thought.
Just thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. Feelings are just feelings. We're out of here. Fasten your seatbelt. Thanks for listening to Leaving Crazy Town. We hope today's episode offered you valuable insights and tools to help navigate your relationship.
If you found our discussion helpful, please rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And share it with a friend. Misery loves company, right?
Stay connected with us on social media and visit our website for additional resources and updates on future episodes.
Until next time, remember that breaking free from codependency is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. And hey, if all else fails, at least you'll have a few left.
So buckle up. We're leaving Crazy Town.